Yeah, they're a band. Panic at the Disco.
Sweet. Okay, this is how we're starting. Panic at the Disco.
Hi. We are...
Panic at the Disco.
This is the first fan intro, submitted by Travell because he couldn't think of a clip to put at the beginning while he was editing it the night before its release. You're welcome. This is the Hardly Working Hippies podcast. Who knew?
No, just kidding. We're the Hardly Working Hippies.
And I am Travell Basque.
And I'm Jason Bateman.
And we are recording for the third podcast in a row.
Bad plan. Terrible plan.
Yeah.
We're doing it anyway.
This
is because we're terrible at stuff.
We are trying podcasts out, and so far it's been fun, but it is definitely taxing on a person.
Yeah, well, it's taxing on my brain because I can't think of stuff to talk about. It's taxing on you because then you have to do all the talking.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Twitter thing.
We will start with the Twitter conversation I had recently.
Yeah.
With my friend Ricky.
And Andy.
And Andrew, which are at HR Iggy, IGGY.
Are you sure it's not HR Higgy?
Oh my
God. HRH.
I am bad at Twitter handles
I'd
lately.
say. At HRH Iggy.
And Arusius123.
RUSEUS123.
You didn't say A. You said RU.
Okay, sorry. There's an A at the beginning of that too.
Capital A.
Capital A.
Anyways, we are shamelessly plugging them. I believe it does matter.
It does matter. Wow. Okay.
So,
and Tim, ski glasses.
The other night we had a fun Twitter conversation, which, if I talk to anybody on Twitter, it is Ricky and Andrew, and even before they both moved away.
Oh, wow.
When we were all in the same town and we can text each other.
You Twitter.
We would have Twitter conversations.
Nice. That's legit. Okay.
Okay, but Ricky posted, "Quick, someone come marathon all of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit with me. It's urgent." And I came up with the retort, "If I start walking now, I might make it there before you finish."
Brilliant.
This is a
Classic.
geography joke.
Yeah. Because
we live in the middle of Alberta, and she is away at school in BC. A province away.
That's
on an island.
Wait. Yeah. That's fast walking, Travell.
That's fast
impressive.
Walking.
That's impressive.
Or those are slow movies. Long movies.
Well, both. Even so, it's long. It's fast walking.
And it continued with Andrew chiming in with, "If you start driving, you might make Return of the King."
Nice.
"If I take a plane, I will make 2 towers."
I'll make you 2 towers. Nice.
"But if you take the train, you'll make an unexpected journey." And I said, "If I crawl, I'll make it to when they all get remade." And it finished off with Ricky chiming in for the last time. He started and ended.
Nice.
"If you apparate, you can be here in time to watch me fail out of school by watching Lord of the Rings instead of studying." And if you aren't clear, apparating is in Harry Potter when they teleport.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was going to ask. Or
That's
I thought
when they
about
teleport
asking.
places.
I should know that because I read like almost all the Harry Potter.
I'm vamping up myself there. Comic genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Travell
a fun
Basque
Twitter.
comic genius.
It was a fun Twitter conversation, and I thought it would make good podcast material.
Yeah.
Even though that happened before we made a podcast.
Who cares? I'm probably going to end up talking about stuff I did this summer, so whatever.
Yeah. We have a lot of backlog. 18 years of backlog.
18 years, yeah. We better get started. Okay, so...
I was born.
That's where I was going. One early morning, December 3rd, 1996.
One late night.
I was born.
March 31st, I was born. That was almost April Fool's, baby.
Almost.
Like 2 hours.
Baby gets born. April Fools! Crawls back inside.
That is disgusting.
Disturbing. Yeah, so this is a good way to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a big Game Grumps fan.
You think?
And I used to watch their videos all the time. I kind of fell out, but I'm recently getting back into them. Just because they put out so much.
Yeah.
New videos every day, it's hard to keep up with.
I tried
especially
that.
when I have bad internet.
You said watch the Sims one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't made more.
I watched like the first one and
really?
I didn't even get all the way through it. I got bored and quit.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't that good to me.
Alright. They only made like 3 or 4. They haven't made more.
Good.
Wow.
Go back to Spore.
But they're at the boring part in Spore.
I don't care. I want to see them get to space
go back to
stage so that
Pokemon.
Pokemon's fun, yeah. Except I never actually finish watching that either. I always start Game Grumps stuff, but never finish.
Yeah.
Because I started watching Pokemon, but then
Well,
I started
they
watching...
don't always finish.
Yeah, true. But I started watching Pokemon, and then I switched over to watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. And I don't think I finished that either. I was close, but not quite.
I'm about 20 episodes away now.
I think I was in the last 10 or so, but I just never finished it.
Okay, so I really like them. I honestly believe, sounds weird to get like my philosophies.
I
kinda
believe in Game Grumps.
From a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But what they have to say a lot of the time I do agree with.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they're good role models.
I would, yeah,
Honestly.
they're the best role models. I would have no idea what they have to say with because I don't
You
watch.
don't watch them regularly.
Nope.
But,
I just said what they have to say with.
yeah.
I have no idea what they have to say with. That's a sentence now.
Their recent series is Mega Man 6. I've been watching that,
Neat.
and it's been fun. One reason... have you ever played a Mega Man game?
No.
It's going to be a short conversation.
It's going to be very one-sided.
We had Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. And that's pretty much the only one I've played.
Okay.
But especially for the early Mega Mans, they're pretty much interchangeable. They just have different villains.
Oh, okay, so it's the
Different
exact same.
mans.
Nice.
But they're pretty much all the same
Evil
game.
man, villain man,
Yeah. And
dirt man.
so I played that one a lot growing up.
Okay. I didn't.
And I always had a weird spot for Mega Man games. Like
That's
even though I've only played the one,
That sounded weird.
but I like them, I guess. Even though they're all the same game, especially the early ones.
Wow.
They're fun to play.
You have a
But,
great sense of video games.
Yeah, I'm a casual gamer at best.
Yeah. Same.
But it's no, you're way more than me.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I've got 40-some hours on Civilization. Oh, wait, is it 60 now? I think it's 60 now. 60-some
Only that
hours
much?
on Civilization. Only
Really?
that much? That's only almost 3 consecutive days of playing it.
I don't care. I have over 150 hours on Pokemon Yellow.
Ye-
Or not Yellow.
Why?
The one that came out last October.
Yeah, I know. That's because that's all you did.
Yeah,
For
a
like
while.
3 months, all you did was play Pokemon Y.
That's also how I game. If I get a new game, that's all I do, and then I beat it, and then I don't get another game for a couple months.
Yeah.
What you just did was weird.
Yeah. Well, they don't have to know that. Audio podcast.
Audio podcast.
By the way, back, I don't know if it was the first or second one we did, but when I said, look at this face, does this face look like it cares?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I realized, of course, they can't tell.
We mentioned
Listen
that
to this
right
voice.
after.
Listen to this voice.
This voice.
This voice, does it sound like it cares?
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
There we go. That's what we're doing from now on. If we're going to do
Alright.
that, you got to talk about the voice, not the
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
You like Bacano.
I love Bacano.
Was on the list you sent me, was it like your number one?
Yeah, it was my
the
number one. It's my favorite show now.
favorite
that I've
anime
watched.
at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to buy it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But back with games, next month, the Pokemon Gen 3 remakes come out.
Oh, yeah, Hoenn remake.
Hoenn remake confirmed.
Has been confirmed.
Several months ago.
Yeah. Hoenn intensifies. Oh, that was an inside.
That was a gif and an inside joke.
Kind of.
Hard to relay that information.
Um,
Like, some podcasts do link dumps. Not sure where I'm posting this, so I'm not sure if I can set something up like that.
yeah.
So, we'll
Yeah.
figure that out at a later point, whether we should incorporate a link dump or not.
Future Travell's problem.
Yeah.
Mostly his. Maybe a little bit mine,
Yeah.
but mostly his.
I hope this is something that, since we are spending this much time making content, that I actually put the work in to edit it.
You better. Oh, random thing that's unnecessary, but I'm going to say right now anyways before I forget.
What?
Is at some point or another, preferably today would be good, but we might run out of time because you have to go to work later.
Yeah.
I want you to show me like shortcuts and stuff on Macs or on your Mac.
Like keyboard shortcuts?
Yeah, and stuff like that. Just because I'm
as
working
an
to sell them now.
App? You
Yeah,
need to
as
know
an
these things?
APP, it would be handy to know. I don't have to, but it would be handy.
Well,
I might buy a Mac sometime.
most of the
but
stuff
probably
is
not.
most of the stuff is similar to a normal computer, just hitting command instead of control.
Yeah, but I mean, like you've got like your Launchpad and stuff, and I don't understand it entirely. So
Launchpad? Trackpad?
no, not trackpad, Launchpad.
What is
Like on the
Oh.
computer.
Like the dock at the bottom. What are you on about?
Oh, is this a new thing?
It might be. My computer's old.
Okay, because, like, on the ones that Austin showed me at work, it's like you go sideways or something and it brings up your mission control or something like that.
Yeah, I don't believe I have that.
Oh, okay. I'll have to...
What OS are they running on?
I don't know.
Mountain Lion?
Probably X.
Okay.
I think Mavericks is the newest, and then they're going to be releasing Yosemite? Is that
I don't know.
What
I'm
are you
not up to
running?
date. I don't remember. It might be 10. Or even older than that.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Well,
think
I don't
it's
know the OSs.
It hasn't updated in quite a while.
Okay, but you're not on, like, X or Mavericks or anything?
I might be on X, but I'm definitely not on Mavericks.
Okay, and the new one, I think, is Yosemite.
Okay.
They're coming out with that, I think, fairly soon. They were planning on it.
They also have those new
Random
iMacs
tidbits.
that look like trash cans.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a Mac Pro.
Mac Pros that look like trash cans,
Yeah,
which
but-
I don't understand how they work.
It looks like a trash can, but it's actually not hollow.
Okay.
I found this out.
How is it a Mac Pro, though?
That's just what it is. It's the computer.
How is it a Mac Pro? Does it open up?
What? No, that's MacBook Pro.
Okay, so Mac Pro. So an iMac.
Yeah, I
Is this your
guess.
home thing?
Yeah, it's an
But
iMac. It's an iMac, but it's
the
called the
display
Mac
is
Pro.
not built into it?
No,
Okay.
it's called the Mac Pro.
That's the other thing that
See,
confused me.
the reason that it's got the reason it looks like a garbage can is it's got a little hole in the top. The reason it's got the hole in the top is that's a handle. Like
Okay.
you just reach in and grab it. Yeah, I studied up on this like yesterday or the day before, so I know this stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's actually a pretty neat system.
Okay. But you have to have your own monitor, which
Yeah.
is interesting, because all the...
Well, yeah, or you can buy
Pretty
an
much
Apple
all the home-style Apple computers before that,
are all in ones.
yeah, the
Yeah.
monitor is built, or the
Computer's in the
processor
monitor.
and stuff is all built into the monitor.
Yeah, they're all in ones.
Even the really old ones, like the ones they used to have in schools everywhere.
yeah, it
I always thought that was interesting.
yeah.
That definitely in the early 90s and when we started school in elementary, I do remember those computers being everywhere.
Yeah,
the
and
little
then they
Macs.
kind of got rid of them because they got really expensive.
Yeah, Mac just got more expensive to keep them. Although I noticed the biology room in our high school had like 4 iMacs.
Yeah.
Although
Well,
I never took biology and I never noticed if they ever got used.
Yeah. Well, I took biology, but I wasn't in that room. But so I I was studying up on Macs, right? Cause
Yeah, it's part of your job.
Yeah, and apparently I found out why they're so expensive. Well, some reasons why they are, which I'm not
Because
gonna.
great.
Well, they are great. Well, but like they come with software that with Windows computers you have to buy separately and stuff like that. They come with the equivalent, I should say, not that software in particular. But yeah, just stuff like that. But I'm not going to talk about it right now because it kind of unnecessary,
Oh,
I guess,
Alright.
because that's really more of a work thing.
anyways, Apple products I do enjoy more,
Apple products are pretty decent, yeah.
even though people have their problems, especially with like the new iPhone is bendable.
Yeah.
Have you seen that stuff?
Yeah, I kind of know about it, not that much.
I haven't read into it. I just like I saw an article headline and I saw some photos of people bending their iPhone 6s.
I think it's totally unnecessary. Well, you know why they did it, right?
It's not on purpose, is it?
Huh? Yeah, it is on purpose now because people were like wearing those really tight pants, and then they'd stick their iPhone in their pocket and it got bent. So Apple was like, "Well, whatever, we'll just make it purposeful."
It does. It bends on purpose?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Well,
I just thought the material was so weak people had accidentally had bended it.
oh maybe, but I think that
Wait,
it's.
does it bend back?
I don't know.
That is the scary
We
thing.
should look it up.
No,
No internet.
not right now.
Yeah, we'll look it up for the next time.
Let's
Write
just
it
be
down.
clueless.
Write it down. We'll look it up for next time.
I was wondering if the writing was picking up on the microphone. I don't think so. There wasn't really any audio waves.
Let's find out. Let's just. Not really.
Not really.
Okay, so yeah, that was awkward.
So
What were we talking about?
we were
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
Mac,
Apple's
Apple
in general.
stuff. Apple stuff's pretty cool. I'm still probably when I get a new computer gonna build it, like get it all separately and build it like Manny did.
Yeah.
Because his computer is
Would you
boss.
want like a Mac operating system?
I'm not sure. I haven't
I
decided.
guess if you will learn more when you are working as a representative of the product.
Yeah, well, the thing
You'll
I don't like
understand the
about
system
the thing
more.
I don't like about Macs,
It's,
like this system, is that for Minecraft, because I modded my Minecraft a lot. Not so much anymore, but I used to.
Yeah.
everything is different. Like, you have to get different stuff. Some of it's not compatible.
We couldn't get to work with mine.
Yeah.
I could never mod Minecraft other than, like, texture packs and skins, which isn't really modding it.
No,
but
it's not modding. But yeah, like, it's...
Like, I just tried to get that simple tree cutting one.
Yeah, tree capitator.
Yeah, I tried to get that several times and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, but, yeah, so that's the only problem is getting stuff like that is a little bit harder on the operating system because it's different. But
That can
apart
be said
from that,
with anything.
yeah, but apart from that, it's pretty neat stuff.
Yeah. So, our friend Andrew, the
No.
one from the Twitter chat earlier,
Yeah.
he came back. We had threw a party. It was pretty good.
Yeah, and then...
And we saw him a couple times. We had a game night like we used to.
Yeah, it was fun.
Although it was...
Well, I kind of slept most of it.
You had to work.
Okay, it
but
was
that
the weirdest
disappointing.
thing. Did I tell you about this?
Which?
After that night, I had to go to work the next day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to work, and I was fine the whole day.
Yeah.
The next day, that night, I got a full night's sleep. I was good. The next day at work, I was, like, super tired, which was weird.
That took like a day late to get tired.
Yeah. It was dumb. Full, like, 5 hours of sleep or something because I kept waking up during it. Fine, all day. Ran, no problem. I sound like a computer. Ran, no problem. Not tired at all. Next day, after I had a full night's sleep, totally bushed. It was, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
we
yeah,
ran
he
out of
came
water.
back and we had a video game party like we used to. It was a bit different because he didn't have his console there.
Yeah.
So we
We
had
on
some
Alex's with his 60-some-inch screen TV.
fun. That was ridiculous.
That was hilarious.
But we had fun. We did Call of Duty, and
Well,
it lasted
I
about
didn't.
as long as it normally does.
It didn't.
Yeah,
I
one
was
or
going
two
to
matches.
I was going
and
to
then,
sleep when you guys
honestly,
started.
it's normally Emmanuel. He gets mad because Wesley.
Yeah.
Emmanuel gets mad because Wesley like hogs a gun. Although this time was Andrew and Alex were on a team, and they found this one gun that just had a quicker fire time than anybody else,
Oh gosh.
and it was gold plated, gold camo,
Always.
because you know.
Because Andrew.
So Emmanuel got mad at that, and then after the second game, we were pretty much done, and everybody just kind of went to sleep.
Really?
But otherwise, it was a good time.
How long were the matches?
They were a good long time.
Yeah, I thought so because
They were like
I kept
20+ minutes
I,
each.
I kept waking up and I'd hear you guys like going at each other's throats and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And there were multiple times when you guys like looked at me and started talking about me and I kind of woke up and looked at you and I was like, and then went back to sleep. I don't know if that was you so much. I know Alex was there.
I definitely brought up that I was amazed you were asleep because we were yelling quite a bit.
Oh yeah. No, I can sleep through. Noise doesn't bug me much when I sleep. Like
For me, it
sometimes it'll wake me up and then I just go back to sleep. It doesn't really bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sleep with the radio. I used to turn the radio on and help me sleep.
I get that too because I listen to music as I fall asleep.
I don't anymore, but I used to.
And it's always like you start listening to something, then it just becomes background noise as much as if there was nothing.
Yeah, that was
So-
something actually this year at camp.
Mm-hmm.
Summer.
As the summer camp counselor, you were
Yeah, Bible camp.
Bible camp, summer camp counselor.
Important. It's Bible camp. Anyway, so but I had my fan there for part of the summer anyway, and I'd always have it next to my bed. And as I fell asleep, it would like change sounds. And then if like something fell or something, and I suddenly woke up again, or if I just happened to come, sometimes you're like almost asleep and then you come back for some reason. You don't really know why.
Well,
And it was that. Well,
that,
like no stimulus or anything. You just kind of do. I could just hear the fan sound change. It would be like back to not like that at all. But you know what I mean. It just kind of the noise. It just totally changes, and I was really aware that it was kind of neat.
Well, what happens to me a few times is I'm always fascinated, really, by that moment.
Sorry,
What was that for?
I was being fascinated.
Audio podcast.
Yeah. So
Just get up all in my face.
okay. Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
I don't care. I still do it.
So, I'm always fascinated. See if you do it again. By when I'm falling asleep, and you get that like weird stasis where you're beginning to fall asleep, and it's almost like a numbness comes over your body.
Yeah.
Like I'm fascinated by that moment because then I start thinking about memory, and like what is the last thing I remember before I go to sleep. Like,
Okay.
what point do I actually go to sleep? I try to, like, get as close as I can remembering that.
Yeah.
But then I always, by
Wake up.
thinking, no, not waking up per se, but by thinking about it so much, even if I'm in that state, it keeps my brain active enough so the state goes away.
Nice. That's classy.
I was worried when you were coming over today whether I'd be asleep or not.
Oh, yeah?
Just because
never
I don't
sleep
do
anymore.
anything during the day. I don't have a registered wake-up time.
I used to have an alarm set on here for like 8 o'clock every day, and I
No,
was like,
that's
screw
ridiculous.
that. I was like, screw that. I'll just wake up
Exactly.
early. So actually, I've been, for me, sleeping in a lot lately.
Hmm.
Like, I didn't get up till, I don't know, 20 to 10 or something today.
Yeah.
So that's a lot for me.
Normally I'm up at 10, and that's not so bad, but there are days where I sleep until like noon or 1, and then The only thing with that, I do realize why, or I agree, like you always used to tell me, one reason you get up so early is because you missed the day.
Yeah.
And especially with me working now, if it's a day at work and I sleep till noon, I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Because then I don't get to watch TV as much or
Yeah,
do
you,
other
you
stuff.
don't, like, that's...
I only get a couple hours
I think
instead
it's
of
not been
6
so-
or more.
Yeah, it's not been so bad for me anymore, but it used to be a lot, which was I'd get up early on church days, right?
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
I'd get up early because, I'd get up and I'd shower and I'd eat breakfast type thing, all that good jazz.
Yeah.
And then, but I'd wake up early and then I'd be ready to go. And I do that on purpose, right? I'd be ready to go an hour, half an hour early or whatever. And then I could play Minecraft or I could watch anime or whatever I wanted to do, right? Have some time to myself.
Yeah.
And then my dad would come in or my mom would come in and be like, Jason, you're ready. Take the dog for a walk. And it totally butchered the whole idea of me getting up that early. Because then I ended up doing something that I didn't enjoy, where the whole idea was just so that I'd have a little bit of time to do something I enjoyed before I go off to church.
That makes sense.
Because, I mean, church is nice and all, but
It's still church.
it's still church. It's kind of boring. Like, admittedly,
As religious as you are, you still understand that church can be boring.
church can be boring. It can be. Especially on days when you're, like, tired and you're just there, like, Like, when we had Andrew's party Saturday
Oh, yeah?
night, I thought about getting up and going to church. And then I was like, because I was actually up early enough. I woke up early enough that morning that I could have got up and gone to church.
Yeah.
And I was like, should I?
No.
No, because what's going to happen is I'm going to sit down there and I'm going to be like, oh no. And I'm going to be half asleep the whole time, so I'm not going to get anything out of it. And I'm going to be constantly like shifting around and I'm going to be uncomfortable.
Trying to stay
and I'm
awake.
going to annoy everybody around me. So I'm just going to...
And you don't want to be the guy who falls asleep in church.
My dad's done it a few times. My mom always elbows him, especially... I think he's almost snored a couple times in church.
I have a fun story about falling asleep.
Oh,
So,
boy.
I had to take Hazen into his choir
Oh, yeah.
Monday, I
Yeah.
guess. And you remember the book, The Secret Daughter?
Oh.
And how awful it is and how
Yeah.
boring it is.
Yeah.
And I never finished it.
Oh, right. Forgot about that bit. Yeah, anyway, continue.
I only finished Lord of the Flies that year. It was a boring book selection.
Yep.
Anyway, so Hazen had to read it, and he was way behind. Like, it was due Wednesday. And he was, like, less than halfway through.
Wow.
So we were driving into choir, and he needed to read his book. But it, admittedly, is a boring story, and this happens, not just boring stories, but reading makes me tired. I don't know why. Maybe it's like sitting in the same position. Doing anything, like staying still makes you tired.
I guess, yeah.
But reading adds to that. I don't know why. It tires your brain out.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
So he starts falling asleep in the passenger seat, and I had every couple seconds have to go slap him with my hand. Yeah, because he'd nod off, and then a slap. And he'd be like, all right, I'm reading. And I eventually found a workaround that actually worked. I told him to read out loud.
And then you fell asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep, and I'm dead. Twist, ending.
Plot twist.
I'm a ghost. You're listening to the Ghost Cast.
Are you sure you're not a zombie?
Zombie
Because
cast.
I can definitely feel this beard.
Zombie cast.
That was a visual joke. I'm sorry.
Audio podcast.
He has a beard and I felt it with
Audio
my fingers.
Ghost podcast.
Audio Zombie Ghost Podcast.
Brought to you by George A. Romero.
I don't know who that is.
He makes zombie movies.
Of course.
Or he
now.
did make zombie movies.
Then he died. Now he
He
makes
is
zombie
still
zombie.
alive.
Now he's zombie makes zombie
A
movies.
zombie that makes zombie movies.
Brilliant.
That
Anyways,
is the future.
based on a true life story.
Yeah, so I told him to read out loud, and that actually fixed the problem.
But you didn't fall asleep.
No, I just turned... I had to find the right volume of radio where it wasn't, like, loud enough to distract him, but enough that I could focus on it instead of him reading this very boring book.
Yeah, I remember that book. Lord of the Flies was way better.
Lord of the Flies is a fantastic novel.
It was fun.
And it really outshone the other two.
Shown. I think Sean
Although I will say...
really outshone, not shown.
Okay.
Sorry.
I will say I enjoy parts of Kite Rider. The Kite
Rider.
The
Kite Runner.
The
Travell.
Kite Runner.
Good job.
I enjoy parts of it.
Yeah. It was, I didn't like it that much, to be honest.
I didn't finish it either, but there are parts I definitely enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
And then, that's why it was a relief when we got to last grade and we could pick our own novels to read.
No.
And that's when I started with...
1984.
Fantastic novel. And I did read most of it. I just had to audio podcast to like the last third.
Yeah, because that's when you got Pokemon.
Not audio podcast, but audio book.
It was an audio podcast.
Basically.
It was, yeah, we were listening to it using podcast, weren't we?
No. That was,
Oh, that was me.
That was audible.com.
Oh, yeah,
the Audible app.
Yeah, you used
I had the free
audible.com
trial.
for that. See, I didn't. I just used podcast for mine. Oh,
But
yeah,
that's what
I
I
read
did for
the
the second
Time
one.
Machine. That's
The
what
second one I did podcast.
Did we do
an
2 or
audiobook
3
via
books?
podcast. We were supposed to do 3.
But we only did 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did plays.
Yeah, I did the
Required plays.
Yeah, I did the Time Machine and Brave New World. Time Machine's a good book, actually. It's kind of neat.
1984 was fantastic. The Island of Dr. Moreau was alright. It was an interesting story, and it had some really cool dark elements, but it didn't explore the dark elements as much as I wanted. Although it is like a 1940s, 50s science fiction novel, so like it may have dark elements, but it was kind of... It'd be off color to go into them so much.
Yeah. So that's fair.
At the time.
Yeah, those were both by the same guy. Whose name
Time Machine
escapes me
and
right now.
Time Machine and Island Dr. Moreau, or Monroe, I never get the name right, is by H.G. Wells.
Yeah, that's right. Same with War of the Worlds.
Yes.
Which is what I would like to read, but
I read that once.
I did read it once. I don't know if it was an abridged version or not.
Yeah, that's...
We argued that.
I've had a couple things where I don't believe they're abridged versions, and then I find out later they are, and
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Oh, I read this large print. It was just because I was during my Michael Crichton craze.
Oh, yeah.
When I tried to read all his books. His book, The 13th Warrior, or... that might be the name.
Might be the name.
No, the
Wow.
the movie based on it, I believe, is called The 13th Warrior, but the book was called that or something else, another name as well.
Yeah. Anyway, fine.
But I read the library had like a large print edition.
But it wasn't the full edition.
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Because like I discovered after, like the large print edition was pretty short, but then I discovered after, like I saw another copy of it and it was like the same length but not large print, so I'm like, oh, that must have been abridged.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. So, I need to pee. Again.
Pee again. Do you want me to talk movies while you do that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, you talk movies. I'll be back shortly.
Professional audio podcast.
Hey, we're not getting paid. We can do what we want.
Yeah. No one will listen.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anyways.
We're doing this for fun.
Okay, so the estimated week that this hopefully comes out, the new movies will be Fury, which is, I believe, a World War II movie starring Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf. I've seen some ads here and there. It doesn't look that interesting to me. It's kind of like another action movie about the war. Killing Nazis. Doesn't look that great to me, but the other movie coming out is a kids movie, which is Book of Life, which you would have seen the trailer. You're not listening, but you would have seen the trailer at How to Train Your Dragon 2. They had the trailer for it. It's produced by one of my favorite directors, Guillermo del Toro, and it definitely has his influence and like style from the trailer, at least. His influence and style, but it also does a very unique animated film and has a lot of Mexican Latino culture integrated into it, which sets it apart from definitely a lot of the more strictly American movies for animated features we get. I think you get others that are inspired, but they definitely feel American. Like, How to Train Your Dragon, yes, it's supposed to take place in, what is the place?
Burke.
Well, not the specific, I meant like the real world type, Scandinavian, that's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for, Scandinavian type country. But it feels like an American version of Scandinavian type country.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of American ones are. But with Book of Life, which will be coming out at this time,
Oh, yeah.
is it definitely looks and has the storytelling type angle and the feel of a Mexican Latino story.
Okay.
Do you remember the trailer at all?
Nope.
Book of Life. It's about this girl and two guys, two mariachi men, it looks like, go after her, and they're all kind of puppet-like, but then it's a bet between like a
Isn't
god of
that
death and a god of life or something.
The one that was directed by your...
It's not directed, it's produced by Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, that's right.
One of
Okay,
my
yeah, I do
favorites,
remember
yeah,
the
okay.
trailer now. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it
It does look more like a Mexican style.
and it's not like an American Mexican style. Yeah, although I'm not sure the roots of the filmmakers. Like, I know the voice actors are definitely Americans,
Cool.
but I believe like the behind the scenes, the writing and stuff, I believe it's possibly like a Mexican movie,
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Mexican origin.
Yeah, as soon as you're done. I just remembered something.
That's have you seen trailers for Fury?
No.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah,
I had
I heard
nothing
you
much.
talking about it a
I had
little
nothing
bit.
much to add. It's just like an action movie in World War II. It has Brad Pitt, but it doesn't look like I like Brad Pitt, but it's not something I'm interested in seeing.
Okay. Okay, we talked about the fall anime coming out.
On our first podcast,
On our first
yes.
one, yeah.
Just
Okay.
bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back for
Bringing
a
it
second.
back.
Because I totally forgot to mention Studio Ghibli's releasing a show.
They're releasing a show.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
What is
I
any
tried to look it up,
premise?
I
Any?
forgot. So-
do you have any remembrance of it?
I don't remember the title.
Okay, that's fine.
I can look it up at a later date or something. It's something about it's like the pictures of a little girl in a forest.
Okay.
Okay, and it's something to do with like a girl growing up in a village or something like that in the forest.
Okay.
Something along those lines. I think there might be wolves involved. Not sure.
Not sure.
That sounds like Princess Mononoke. May not be wolves involved.
No.
But anyway, yeah. It's. But to be honest, I'm probably not going to watch it. At least not right away. It didn't look like
Really?
it was super interesting to me. It didn't sound super interesting to me. But
It would be something I'd check out. I'm definitely a Ghibli fan. I think
Yeah.
Miyazaki is a fantastic... Even though he doesn't do all of them,
yeah, but
he definitely has his
he's-
influence and his style associated with most of their films, and that's what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of movies. I like the director Shane. Well, he's more writer than director. Shane Black.
Yeah.
So a lot of movies he's written for and it's been directed by other people, and then when he does his own, like he did Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And,
that was brilliant.
That was only co-written by him, and especially with Iron Man 3, I like the middle, like when he's in the town with the kid.
Yeah.
That whole middle segment, it feels very Shane Black. So I like to think he wrote that middle part, and all the other stuff that is kind of meh was written by the other guy. But that's just hopeful wishing because
Yeah.
I'm a Shane Black fan.
I liked Iron Man 3.
Yeah,
It's-
it's all right. It's a poor follow up to Avengers because that was the one that came after. So you wanted like
Yeah.
something as big as that, but of course you're not going to get that. It's just Iron Man. I say that, and then Captain America. Do you see Captain America? Thor 2? Nope.
Thor 2, yes.
Oh, you saw Thor 2?
Yeah, I saw it with
Okay.
you, didn't I?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Remember pew 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 as the cars go down?
Could be.
Yeah, I definitely saw it with you because we did that.
All right.
With the portal stuff. Spoilers. Don't care.
It's
Everyone's
over.
seen it by now.
It came out last November, so.
Okay, well, if you haven't seen it, then I'm going to spoil it. There's portals and stuff, and then pew 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 cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
but,
no, the cars coming out of the portal and hit the sand dune, and we were sitting there like pew pew pew, and it was hilarious. Anyways.
Thor 2 is fantastic. It's a really fun action movie. But on the other side of that, Captain America is a really intelligent crime thriller. For the
Did
second
not
one.
watch it.
Yes, but I'm just telling. I'm not going to give away any plot stuff. But it doesn't really. It's kind of like The Dark Knight, which you haven't seen as well.
I have seen.
You saw The Dark Knight.
I saw
now.
The Dark Knight at camp, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we
But,
didn't show the kids. Just us.
Well,
Yes,
it depends on the age group of the kids.
Yeah.
Like it's intense, but it's not like it's gory
No,
or.
we watched it
swearing.
during. It was right before day camp.
It's a counselor event.
Yeah,
for fun.
well, it was like a bunch of us because day camp started in the morning, in opposed to like the afternoon where they normally start. Because it started in the morning.
Lies.
We had
Day camp starting in the morning.
Shut up. Anyways, so we had to be there like the night before because it started at like 8:00 and staff meeting was at like 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there the night before, so we
And
watched The Dark Knight, and then the next night we watched The Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen those two.
Okay, even with those two, you can compare like Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises compared to The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is very realistic, not very superhero-y.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises, on the other hand, is more like Batman Begins and does have a very comic book feel to it. I think.
Don't know Batman Begins.
Well, I'm just saying. Like, so you can see between those two films, one's more realistic and then one's more comic booky.
Yep.
Even though they're both based on a comic book character.
Yep.
That's kind of the first two Captain Americas are that way. The first one is comic booky, and then the second one is political crime thriller, very set in the real world, but it's got like James Bond technology.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Because S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
So Captain America 2 was
Remember Agents of
fantastic.
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
That was a show.
That was
Still is a show. Season 2 just premiered.
There was a lot of hype for that.
And then it kind of died out.
Yeah, I didn't
People still watch it, I guess.
I watched
season 2. I never saw an episode.
I watched like the first 2 episodes, and then I was like, okay, this isn't that good. I'm not going to watch it.
I meant to watch it, especially because I do like Joss Whedon and his other TV shows.
Yeah.
Like Buffy and Firefly and Dollhouse.
Okay. Yes, I do know what you're talking about from most of those.
Because
Buffy,
I've talked about them.
I know Buffy.
Yeah, you know I like Buffy.
And I know Firefly, kind of.
Everybody knows Firefly.
Dollhouse, no.
Dollhouse was after both of those. They ran 2 seasons. It had a rough start, but there's some episodes that are really interesting and really good sci-fi types things.
Cool.
Anyways, so I am a Joss Whedon fan. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know. I just never got around to watching it. I missed the premiere and then just never went back.
Fair enough.
Which happens with a lot of shows, like...
Cora, come on.
Cora.
Sorry, got distracted there. I looked over at your notes and saw Cora, and I was like, oh yeah, Cora's coming out soon.
Yeah, it should be tomorrow.
Yeah?
Wow.
I hope so. And the new
Although
Ruby's
I never heard
Oh yeah, and
official,
apparently
it
the
just
new
happened.
Ruby comes out on Thursdays, not Fridays.
Yeah,
Which
you
I just
learned
found out.
between podcasts.
Yeah, just like
Because Ricky tweeted
40
something with
some
that.
minutes ago. Yeah. Yep. So that was interesting, and I'm excited because now I'm going to go home and watch it after we're done this.
Ruby is awesome.
And also, I've been doing this a lot lately.
That's weird. That's a visual thing again.
Yeah, it's a visual thing. Okay, so I'm holding up all 5 fingers, but then my index finger and ring finger go down.
Because
Okay, well, it goes along with something from One Piece. It's Doflamingo, and he does
that to one.
he does this thing.
I thought it's more like that.
Well, no, it's not like that. He does this, and then he'll switch it, so it's like this, but I can't do that without holding my...
Dexterity of the
switches-
hands.
yeah,
we are just talking about hand stuff.
Yeah.
All visual. Audio podcast.
Who cares? We were describing what we were doing. But yeah,
Barely.
and then he switches it, so it's the other 2 fingers that are up. But basically what it is it's
That's
just...
how he uses his marionette control.
Yeah, it's how he uses his powers. But I can only do this one, so that's the one I do.
All right.
It's
Fair
just
enough.
a thing I've been doing.
Audio podcast.
It looks like a plane kind of. Not really.
Not really.
No, it's more like a dragon. Okay, I'm done. Please continue. That was a nice audio
Let's
spike there.
Let's talk more about hands and visual things without describing them properly.
It's not like anybody's gonna listen to it anyway.
But Andrew.
Okay, yeah, right, Andrew.
This
hey,
podcast
Andrew.
is dedicated to Andrew.
Maybe.
Make
Well-
a tweet when you get to this point, and we'll know.
Yeah, that
3
way.
weeks from now,
that
if
way-
this comes out as expected.
That way we know that you are listening. Okay, if you don't tweet about this, we're gonna be really disappointed.
Yeah.
And to anybody else who is listening to this, just ignore that. Or you can make a tweet about it too. Make sure you tweet it at Travell, not me, because hashtag
We're bad at this.
hashtag askew_glasses.
No, that's a dumb hashtag.
What? Oh, I thought we did
hashtag.
not a hashtag.
No. Hashtag,
Hardly working hippies.
hardly working hippies. That won't be a thing, I bet.
Probably not, but you know, if you like it, make it a thing.
Who knows?
By all means. But yeah, and if you're gonna tweet anything, tweet it at Travell, not me, because I don't check my Twitter like ever.
Nor have you mentioned it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't. Well, I'm not going to, so
It's the
don't tweet it at
same-
me.
Isn't it the same as your Tumblr?
No, there's an extra 0
Oh, right.
because
Well, now you basically said it.
well, because my normal handle on the internet was already taken, and I don't know who did that, but I'm really upset about it.
But that's like mine. I have the underscore.
Not cool.
I'm-
Whoever did that,
I-
not cool.
I'm honestly fine with the underscore
I'm
because
not okay with the extra 0.
I like the one word, but I've had to use the underscore on multiple occasions, so I don't mind it that much.
Yeah.
I believe my YouTube is underscore.
Yeah. See, mine's always just been ispad00.
You know what this is? This is finally making new content. And
Yeah.
you know when I made a video on my YouTube,
Oh yeah.
which was that opening video.
Oh yeah, for your site that you don't
And
do
it was
anymore.
it was a tease, not just for the site. Just I meant to move more to YouTube and making more videos.
Oh okay.
And it was supposed to be. I put it together, and I thought it was fun. It was fun editing, and I think it's a cool video I made. Just a bunch of clips set to music, but not quite. It's to the corn song.
That's Dragon Ball. Sorry.
Yeah, it's to the corn song "Twisted Transistor," and it's just called SKUS's opening. And it was just a fun video I made to put as a bumper at the front of all videos. And it was supposed to be, hey, I haven't done anything in a while. I'm going to make some new content, and it's going to be coming. And this,
Is
over
it?
6 months later,
Is it?
is the new content, which this doesn't need that opening.
Nope.
This,
So
that
audio
video
podcast.
opening to an audio podcast would
We
not
need
work.
we need to make an audio opening for our podcast sometime.
Well, if we manage to get popular, which I doubt, like I said, I'll add some bumpers. Yeah, the bumpers will already be there, but I'm talking about what I'm going to do.
Okay, let's stop talking about what we're going to do while we're recording.
Okay, but what I was saying, if we get popular enough, I would like to do what Internet Box and Rooster Teeth do, which is get user-submitted intros. Or not users, but fan-submitted intros every week.
That'd be cool.
But I doubt we'll get that popular.
We can try, but let's post it everywhere we can.
Submit
Okay, let's
your
stop
intros.
talking about this for
Oh,
now.
what else do you have to talk about?
Actually, I haven't talked about either of my topics yet.
You had topics?
Yeah, I had two. One was how hard it is to sell printers
Right.
when you know nothing about them. So I work at a store and I work in the technology department.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started like last week. So, and we have an aisle and a half or so of printers.
Yes, you do. I've been there.
And I don't know like the differences between most of them. So I can basically tell if you're better off to have a laser or an inkjet printer, and apart from that, I have no idea what to do from there. So it's making this really fun for me.
What's the difference between laser and inkjet?
Okay, laser it uses toner, not ink cartridges. So it's
Kind of
better.
like a big, one of the things in schools, photocopier.
Yeah. So a laser it's better for black and white documents. Okay. Because it like just
Toner looks
it-
better than ink for black and white. You
Yeah.
get more definition.
Yeah, but it's
More
not
shades
good.
of
It's not
gray.
good for picture. It's not
Is there
good.
50 shades
No,
of gray?
shut up. Let me finish.
Have you seen the trailer for
No. Wait, maybe. I don't know.
You should.
Anyways. Okay, so
that? It is terrifying.
okay. Anyway.
Best new horror movie.
Okay. So going back to printers, laser is better for black and white and for if you're printing a lot.
Mhm.
Inkjet is good if you're printing pictures because inkjet does better colors.
Does better color while laser does better black and white.
No.
All right.
Yeah, something like that. But there's a few problems with both, of course, which
Yeah,
is
nothing's perfect.
yeah, lasers are more expensive. They're more expensive to buy the printer usually than an inkjet, but you don't have to replace the toner as often. But again, if you're doing color printed, if you're doing like lots of pictures in printing, especially if you're into photography and you want vivid pictures being printed, you want to get inkjet because it like smears the ink on and makes it look way better. Much more vivid colors. I know that doesn't sound like it would, but it does. Okay, but the problem with inkjet is if you don't print enough, your ink will dry up. And
So
then you have
need
to
to
replace it.
keep printing.
So, yeah, like if you have an inkjet printer, even if you just print like 1 page a week or something like that, that'll just help keep your ink from drying up, which is a handy thing to know. So yeah, anyone who's listening to this, if you have an inkjet printer and you print 1 page a week, it'll help keep your ink from drying up.
Yeah, but then you'll have to buy more ink.
Yeah, but most ink cartridges will do like a few hundred pages, so it would take multiple years of just printing 1 page a week before you'd be anywhere
True.
close to using up all your ink.
Not multiple. 52 weeks.
Multiple years. Yeah, they'll do...
52 weeks is 1 year.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
But it's not multiple years, because it would be just short of 2 years.
What?
There are 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah, but it's usually multiple hundreds of pages.
Oh, I thought you said like 100 pages.
No, I said like hundreds of pages.
Oh, okay. There's the confusion.
Yep. Okay, so hundreds
was
of pages,
interesting.
especially if you get the XL, because then you can do like up to 600 pages with some of them.
That would take multiple years if you're only doing one
Many
page
years.
a day.
Yeah. No, 1 page a week.
1 page a week.
1 page a day would only take like 1 year, 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's my printer spiel. But yeah, it's hard to sell something that I don't know, and I don't know a lot about them yet. So I'm working on learning, and that's that.
What was your other topic?
Heating.
Heating.
Yeah.
How? Want to go into that for the last segment here?
Why not? You got anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I ran out of my topics.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I can do this then. Yeah. So in June, or so.
Yeah.
Bye. In June or so, we had English. When we built our house, we had geothermal heating put in because we were like, oh yeah, that'll be cost effective and it's good for the environment and all that jazz. Right, Travell?
Standard response from Travell.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, and but it's not cost effective. We were mostly running on electric, not geothermal, because the geothermal sucked. So, don't get geothermal heating unless you're like on a volcano or something. I don't know. But so we're switching over to natural gas furnace this summer. So we started in June or so, because we don't want to be in the winter without heat, because we live in Canada and it gets cold. So now we're just getting our furnace put in. But we got our furnace in July was put in, but we've been fighting with the gas company to get the gas put in for like the whole summer. We waited all summer. We waited 3 months, which is supposed to be the longest waiting time. Finally, we got the gas put in.
Yeah.
But we can't. But then we had to get a meter. Well, we had to make an account with a gas company, right? To be able to have gas come to our house, you have to have an account with the gas company. So we called them up and we're like, yeah, okay, we want to make an account so that we can get gas, right? Yeah, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't do that till you have a meter because we need the number on the meter.
Makes sense as well.
Okay, so then we went to get we went to this other place to get a meter. Well, we can't do that till you have an account with the gas company. Wow, thanks. So
are you in a logic loop?
Yeah.
At this point?
So we eventually got through that. Basically, the big problem with that was what my mom found out. One, they'd say whatever they wanted to get her off the phone and leave them alone.
Oh,
Two was the big one. Nobody knows what anybody else is doing. Okay? But anyway, so this morning, beginning of October, 4 months after we started this process, we got our meter put on and our gas turned on.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah,
but now we have gas and now we have heating, so that's always nice.
That is good, as winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Winter's pretty much here. It's on our doorstep. It'll be here in a month or so.
There was frost on the car last night.
Yeah, it froze last night apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's been sitting at 0 for most of the day.
Woo!
No snow, no, it did snow.
It did snow at like the beginning of September, but then it went away.
That was scary.
It was awful. I was not ready for that.
I was sad.
Like, I'm okay with winter. If it lasted like 3 or 4 months, I'd be fine with it, but it's like 6. That's way too much. Way too much winter.
The only part of winter I do like snow.
I like skiing a lot. I love skiing. You should come skiing with me this winter.
The thing is, I do like skiing, but I never like the aftermath.
Which is sore.
Being sore from skiing. And especially because I haven't done it in a couple of years, so if I go now, it'll be really sore.
Yeah, but just come anyway. It'll be fun. We'll get like you and, I don't know, maybe somebody else, and we'll go skiing.
Joe.
Yeah.
He's still around.
Yeah.
They were hoping on moving, Nick. But
Nick. If we get Joe to come, then we can get Nick to come. Okay, this is irrelevant. Sorry.
There's a lot of talking we do of friends that us two know, but any listeners wouldn't catch on unless you're Andrew.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew.
Shout out to Andrew again.
Yeah, tweet that again.
Yeah,
I got a sweet shout out from the Hardly Working Hippies podcast. Hashtag Hardly Working Hippies.
Yeah, let's get this thing trending, Andrew.
Tweet.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. I think we're done, hey?
You were about to go into something.
Was I? No, I already
Oh,
did it.
okay.
Heating? Yeah,
All right,
I'm done with
that's...
it.
So
I'm gonna
that's
talk like this for the rest of the podcast.
This is podcast.
Hardly Working Hippies.
I'm Travell Bask.
And I'm Jason Bateman.
You can follow me at askew_glasses on Twitter.
And I'm on Tumblr at acepilot00.tumblr.com. Hashtag URLs.
Hashtag URLs. Hashtag shoutout. Shoutout to Andrew again.
Shout out to Ricky, just cuz.
Yeah. Shout out to both of them. Ricky, I have no idea if you'll even know this exists.
And Andrew, which we're going to make sure you know this exists.
You will know this exists.
And, well, they did show up in the Twitter conversation at the beginning, so they better both get a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Emmanuel, who we've talked about a lot, but haven't actually...
He has, like, no internet type persona.
Yeah, but we have talked about him a lot on this, so...
Yeah, and... Oh, we still recorded. A battery message came up and I thought it stopped recording. But we are ending this anyway,
yeah.
so...
So, bye.
Bye.